All right, we got it in 3, 2, 1, go. I'm starting things off with Luigi Circuit here. This run's not going to be as crazy. We're going to be doing some no skips, so just kick back, relax, and enjoy the ride. Starting off here, we're going to be getting a item box in a low place. We're going to be trying to get triple mushrooms, which we should get. Yeah, we're good. All right, I'm going to try to catch a couple drafts off these guys, give me a little bit of a speed boost. Now, since we started in last, and this track has a pretty big shortcut here we're going to be taking, it's going to save a lot of time to use these mushrooms. So.
Oh, and as you can probably notice that there are two different classes of karts in this game. There are karts, and then there are bikes. Bikes are hugely the faster vehicle because J. Cool is doing what we call wheelies, and wheelies give you a better top speed than karts usually give you.
Yeah, the wheeling in this game is pretty much the fastest way of moving. The only exception to that is getting any sort of turbo speed boost. Like whenever I hold the drift for a certain amount of time, I'll get a nice speed boost. So anytime I can try to sneak one of those in is good. Otherwise, we're going to be pretty much wanting to wheelie at all times. The only other exception is when we're going off of like a boost panel or trying to trick off of a ramp, which you'll see later on in the run. We don't really have any we're going to be tricking off of in this track here. So we're coming in here for a solid finish on Luigi Circuit. And 113, nice. That was really good.
Right,
Very good.
That's not bad. That's pretty good.
Yeah, that was really good. I should also point out we're actually using an item setting that actually kind of gets rid of the blue shells and the lightning and all that stuff. So it should be pretty smooth sailing for most of this run. So here we got Moo Moo Meadows. This is another track we're going to be going back for mushrooms for. There's another pretty big grass shortcut we're going to be taking here. So I'm just going to wait here. I need to be in at least 10th place to be guaranteed triple mushrooms, so I gotta let these guys pass. Ooh, okay. Ooh. Well, all right, well, we got one mushroom instead, so we're doing this one time.
Oh, also, spoiler alert, there may or may not be cows on this course.
Oh, yeah, there's a lot of cows. We also got a ramp, too. It's pretty crazy. We're actually be doing tricks off of it like this. Whoa, we got a trick. It's pretty crazy stuff. You'll be seeing those a lot on the later tracks. Driving is the fastest way of moving, like being on the ground when you're wheeling. So you want to minimize air time wherever possible. Because of that, we're going to be trying to low trick every single ramp that we can. And the way you low trick a ramp is different depending on the ramp. Like this one coming up, like we already did the first lap, we're going to be trying to drive on the seam of it, and sometimes it'll give us, which I didn't get it there unfortunately, it can give us a lot less air, so we're going to be trying to do that there. Also need to be wary of those Monty moles kind of running around. If you drive over their tracks, that will reduce your top speed by quite a bit.
Can't you trick off those Monty Mole mounds?
No, you cannot.
You can't.
Okay, I'm thinking of another game.
That ramp's also really slow, so we just drive right past it. Ooh, that was pretty close. Ooh, there's the low trick.
There we go.
Nice.
That is a good.
All right, there we go.
Nice.
All right, now those tracks, as exciting as they were, they're going to get even better here. We're coming into Mushroom Gorge, which was one of the really cool tracks when it first came out. This is half the track is mushrooms, so we're going to be bouncing off of a lot of those. So it's pretty interesting.
And also at the very end of this course, there's going to be a shortcut that J. Cool is going to take.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it saves around 3 seconds or so every time you do it, so it's going to be definitely worth it to get those mushrooms here. Did I get it? Okay, yeah, we're good.
So that'll set them up for the rest of the track here.
I need to be careful and make sure I don't fail this, because if I do fail it at all, I'm going to lose these mushrooms. So.
Or be aware of the dreaded POW block, because that's in this item set.
Yeah, it's very rare, but it can happen. And the POW block basically gets rid of your items, so you don't want that to happen.
Just be in the air and you'll be good.
Yeah. Okay, we're coming up here on the gap jump. All right,
there we go.
Yeah, that was pretty exciting. We'll be doing that 2 more times, so. And I should also mention this game has a lot of glitches as well. But unfortunately, a lot of them just really aren't super viable for speedruns, so.
Or are actually skips and we don't use them at all.
Yeah, they're really, really hard, so.
Nintendo learned their lesson from Mario Kart 64 somewhat.
Yeah, and a lot of them are actually like near pixel perfect, so we're not going to be doing them.
Ooh, there we
Okay,
go.
Again.
that was clutch. I'm also doing a technique to get that hop, which is it's called a spin drift. Obviously, you hop before you start a drift, but on that particular one, I'm actually changing directions as soon as I do the hop, and that gives me a little bit more momentum and a bit of extra air time to get over that gap. Otherwise, it would be a lot more difficult to get over it. So yeah, we're trying to get as minimal amount of air as possible here, getting these low tricks.
Yeah, he's also not tricking on every mushroom because he's trying to make sure that he doesn't go off course.
Yeah.
Oh, also he got the final shortcut, so
Yeah, that was awesome. All right, moving on here. This is this track coming up is a really, really tight cycle we're trying to make. So it also has this thing called the lake cut, where we're going to be cutting a lake. Pretty good name. We're going to be doing that without a mushroom, which is really tight and only saves about a second, but it will let us get the cycle here. You'll see these things right here. They are in our way, and we don't want those to be in the way for the next 2 laps, so we got to drive really fast in order to beat them out.
This is one of the hardest tracks in the game right here.
It's one of the hardest to drive really optimally. It's really popular for time trials. It's definitely one of the better ones. One of the more optimized tracks in the game. Coming up here is the late cut. Nice.
Got it.
got it. Very well done.
All right, that'll make it. Also try to go for a low trick on that last ramp. The low trick on there is kind of weird. You actually want to hop on the very front of the ramp, and if you do it at just the right time, your choke will be significantly lower, which I didn't get, unfortunately, but we were still fast enough to beat the cycle out anyway, so that's pretty good. And these conveyor belts here will actually switch on the 3rd lap. We'll actually take the inside one, which is also quite a bit faster.
Yeah, I believe those along with the pounders at the beginning of the course are cycle-based.
Yeah, they all are.
Yeah, those actually switch every lap, I believe, but he actually beats it before it switches on
Yeah,
the
they're
second
supposed to
lap.
alternate every lap, but we're just too fast for it.
Gotta
And,
go fast.
Yeah, if you couldn't already tell also, the CPUs in this game don't really rubber band too hard, so I've lapped them many times, or at least a couple of them, if they drive bad enough.
That's at least one thing this game has up on Mario Kart 64.
Yeah, that's true. That game has crazy rubber banding. All right. Okay, 3
Got
for
it.
3. That was awesome. Nice.
And that's it for the Mushroom Cup.
Yeah, that was a really good Mushroom Cup there. We're going to be doing another strat on this track coming up, which we haven't done yet. We're actually going to be going for green shells because this track has a lot of Goombas on it, and every time you hit a Goomba with a green shell, a mushroom comes out of it. So we're going to be trying to hit as many of them as possible, and there's quite a few. I'd say it's around a 50-50 chance getting either a banana or a green shell on these boxes in first place, so we're going to try to, and we fortunately didn't get good luck there.
There will be one other instance in this run where he might try and go for this, but there'll be fewer Goombas in that course than there is in this one.
Ooh.
Ugh, no bananas.
Jeez.
I gotta admit, Funky likes his potassium.
He is a monkey after all, so I guess it makes sense. Can't really complain. Oh, man.
Well, it is canon.
There it is.
First try, we got it. Also, I'm trying to do that ramp there. The chain chomp will actually jump out at you and try to hit you, so it's a little faster to do that ramp. You can get it right.
There
we go.
it
Nice.
is.
Every time you get one of those, I'd say it saves around a half a second or so. I'm not 100% sure, but it's somewhere around that. Yeah. Too many bananas. Oh, man. Going bananas with all these things. Okay.
Really?
Okay, we're going to be trying to... We got one more chance here.
Oh.
Okay, never mind. We got one more. I forgot about this one. Oh, wow.
Only
Okay.
one green shell.
Nope.
Only one. Don't worry. We got another chance on a later track, so... All right, that's Mario Circuit. We're coming up on a really cool track, Coconut Mall. This one's kind of fun to drive because you can trick off of a lot of things. So we're going to be tricking off of maybe 4 or 5 different things throughout the track, and we're going to be trying to obviously low trick them as low as possible.
Yeah, if he accidentally does a side trick, he might get sidetracked.
Yeah, there's different kinds of tricks you can do depending on which direction you hit on the D-pad. And we got that there. Most of the time I just do up trick because it's the button I use anyway to wheelie. So, and most of the time it doesn't matter too much, but most of the time it's optimal. Driving through the middle here, try to get more low tricks. And this track, I should also mention, this track has one of the cooler glitches if you've ever seen it. You can actually clip out of bounds and just kind of explore the track as you'd like. And if you choose to do so, you can go to the parking lot over to my right, and you kind of just drive around in loops, activate certain checkpoints, and get really fast lap counts, so that's pretty cool. Oh, missed that trick there.
And if you're going too slow, you won't trick, if I'm remembering correctly.
You can't do a lot of things. If you're going too slow, you can't wheelie, you can't drift. You gotta build up a little speed first. Ooh. Okay. Another neat thing about the track is if whatever Miis you have saved on your console will actually show up on some of the posters and in these little cars over here. Yeah.
Cute little Miis.
So yeah, that's pretty neat. And of course, it's the same thing with Toad's Factory here. We're going to be, the cycles change, so we need to stay on the railing just like that. So they're going to change up here too, so we're going to be taking the opposite escalator.
Yeah, these escalators work all the time, unlike the hotel here sometimes.
Yeah. All right, we're coming up near the end of Coconut Mall here. This path right here is also way faster than the other one because the other one gives you this huge leap of faith jump, but it's just so high in the air. It's nowhere near where to get. All right, that was good. Coming up next is probably my favorite track in the game, DK Summit. This one has these things called zippers where if you drive on the zipper, you get a speed boost. So we try to drive off of a lot of them, especially the ones that'll be on the inner turns. You'll kind of see why they're good in just a second.
And also, at the middle of this track, J. Cole's going to go for a what we call a double cut.
Yeah, those on the mini-map, if you can see, there are those 2 U-turn things right there. We're going to try to cut both of those with a pretty precise trick that we actually have to slow down and set up, but it does save a decent amount of time. And of course, I got to go for it because it looks cool.
And also the AI are not going to take it because, well, they're not programmed to do that.
Nah, they're not quite good enough. Ooh, that green shell. And there we go. That's the double cut.
Got it.
Got it.
Funky Kong showing off there with those crazy tricks. But yeah, if you haven't noticed, the zippers, if you go off of them, you'll actually stick to the wall. So those inward turns are a lot faster to try to stick to. One of the only cases where being in the air is actually a good thing. Ooh, okay.
Ooh.
Oh, that was weird.
Yeah, that can sometimes happen where they don't have the collision detection and Funky Kong will just go flying somewhere else.
Yeah, this game, you can bounce around a lot sometimes and not stick to things. All right, that's 2.
Got it.
Ooh, messed that up a little bit. Don't worry, it'll be even better lap 3, I promise.
Yeah, and that trick's really hard to do. I can't even do it. I'm sitting here and watching now, and I'm still impressed.
It just takes a bit of practice. It's pretty fun to time trial too, although it can be really, really difficult to optimize. Shout outs to Blake Germany. He has the record on this track. Definitely one of the more impressive ones in the game. These hills here can be a little inconsistent.
Oh, nope.
Got it!
Ooh, nice!
Ooh, that was close!
All right. Man, that one scared me a little bit, but nice. All right, things should be pretty smooth sailing from this point on. This next track, Wario's Gold Mine, is a pretty fun track to drive. It also has another one of those cool glitches where on this one you actually can like just mushroom off the side right there. As you see, there's no wall or anything. You mushroom off the side and like bounce off a pipe and land on the end of the track. And then from there, you just activate a checkpoint, that pipe right there. You activate the checkpoint and just finish the lap. Mr. Bean, 3500 BR actually is the record there. Shout outs to him as well. Pretty cool dude. So we're going to be driving this. These bats here can completely take down your speed, so you want to be careful.
They can also send you flying in a different direction if you're going off a ramp or anything like that.
Ooh, that was weird.
Almost fell off there.
So what I'm trying to do there is I'm trying to hit an invisible wall, and now that invisible wall can do one of two things. It could do what it just did and slow me down, or it can like throw me forward really fast and towards the ground, and that's what I'm trying to go for there. But doesn't always work. It also requires a, actually it doesn't require it, but I do a down trick there. Just I hit down on the D-pad instead of up, because like I said earlier, they are actually a little bit different.
You could probably go ahead and read some donations you want. There's nothing really too special about this course otherwise.
Yeah, you go for it, donations.
Well, I do actually have a question for one of you to answer, and that is to just tell us a little bit about what constitutes a skip. What are we not skipping here?
There's a definition somewhere. It mostly just involves like checkpoint manipulation and stuff, like skipping checkpoints. Like I mentioned earlier, if you bounced on that pipe and skipped the whole track. Ooh.
Oh.
Lay that there. Okay, anyways. Yeah, if you were to skip like checkpoints or something like that, that would be a skip. Or if you drive on any like out of bounds part of the track, that could be considered a skip, as well as clipping objects, because this game has a weird thing where if you just like precisely hit an object at such a like precise angle, you will actually get airtime from it, and you can do some skips with that as well. But that's pretty much what skips are. The clips that I was talking about are the really, really hard ones that are usually pixel perfect. And that's Wario's Gold Mine. It's actually the halfway point. We got 2 more cups to go through. Coming on our 3rd circuit track as if there weren't enough already. But this one's pretty nice. Got DZ circuit here. This one actually is an off-road shortcut that's faster to take even when you don't have a mushroom. So it's just that good, I guess. Okay. Yeah, this right here. Unfortunately, I stuck to the ground there. If you can actually get some air there, which it's kind of random, not really, but like it's hard to really control, you can save a little bit more time. And those cones also can bring you to a complete stop, so I want to be careful not to hit those. Or I can, but it's a little risky.
Just don't hit too many of them.
Yeah, they can knock your speed really low. Yeah, there we go.
Again, you could probably read donations here. It's not. There's not really too much about this track otherwise.
Not much else to say.
No problem. Got a $150 anonymous donation that says, Mario Kart Wii was the first Mario Kart game I played seriously. So great to see it run here. Best of luck, J. Cool.
Thanks.
A $15 donation from Raichu. I grew up with Mario Kart Wii, so it's amazing to see it get run at GDQ. Good luck with the run. $49 from Trema. 16 first places and 1 blue shell. Can't wait for the Mario Kart on the Wii. I own all of these Mario Karts and love playing each of them. Wish I knew these strategies when I was younger. Same deal as before. I'll give $3 for each first and $1 per blue shell.
You're probably not going to get a blue shell. Sorry.
Sorry about that.
Yes. You have those turned off.
All right, coming up next is the track I was talking about earlier. We're going to try to get another green shell here because there's a Goomba. And this one conveniently is right in front of a huge patch of grass. So if we can hit it all 3 laps, it saves around a second every time you do it. So it's really, really good. But it's up to luck at this point. We got to hope we just get the green shell.
And knowing our luck in Mario Circuit has not been great so far.
Hey, first try.
There we go.
There we go.
Me and my big mouth.
Oh.
Oof.
Wow. That was not what I intended. Okay, we're going to do it again. Ooh, missed that item box there. They're hard to snag if you try to get them while on this watery path right here. Unfortunately, there's not too many boxes, so we got like 2 chances per lap if you don't grab any on that path.
Those lightning spires that are circling around will act as a lightning and shrink you for about 2-3 seconds.
Yeah, you definitely don't want to hit those. The water, too, that you drive on actually makes you go a little faster. It's kind of like the conveyor belts from Toad's Factory. Also, yeah, we got a green shell. Didn't even notice. All right. We're not going to miss this one. Oh, never mind. We are.
Not Kobe.
Well, unfortunately, my aim doesn't seem to be very good today. That's why I'm playing Mario Kart, not Call of Duty. All right. We've got a couple more chances here. Oh, no. All right, I'm going for it. There we go. All right. We're not going to miss this one, I swear. We're going to get it. Ooh.
Ooh, that was a little close to that lightning.
All right, well, now we got 2 green shells just in case.
2 chances for the price of 1.
We got this now. There we go.
Hey,
Nice.
there we go.
Woo. First try. All right.
For a second, I was going to have to see if there were any Hanzo mains in here.
All right, we're just going to finish this track up. And yeah, this game in general is really fun for time trialing. It's definitely this game's strong suit is the time trial scene. It was the first game to have a really good online mode as well. So
Yeah. There were a lot of competitive communities that we called clans, and they would face off against each other and see who was the better clan.
yeah, pretty big scene for that. It was really fun. All right, this next track here has another shortcut, and we're going to be going for mushrooms here, but we're not necessarily going to go back for them because the shortcut we're going to be taking normally requires a mushroom, but we're going to do it without, and you'll see why in just a second. We got some item boxes up in there, and we're going to get those item boxes while we're behind, but then there's boost panels right behind them, so we're going to get back into a top spot. Just like that. So now we're in second with triple mushrooms, just like that.
And also, these bushes that you see lying around can sometimes spawn items. They can spawn bananas, mushrooms, and even stars. So if he gets a star here, that would be really cool. That would be really nice for the run.
Ooh, missed
Oh,
that.
he got a mushroom, though. That's nice.
Yeah, he'll pick that up on the second lap.
Oh, yeah, if it's still there. Also, yeah, that zipper is way slow, so you definitely don't want to go on that. There we go.
Nice.
Hey, there's a mushroom.
It's completely luck whether or not those show up, but when they do, it can be pretty nice.
How often do stars show up in your experience?
I think I've had a few come out of those leaf piles. I've only grabbed one like once or twice. They're not very common. Ooh.
Ooh.
Oh.
All right, well, we had an extra mushroom anyway since we took the shortcut lap 1 without, so we're all right. Yeah, this is a fun track. Kind of tough to drive, really bumpy, but otherwise a really good one. It also has some cool glitches on it too. Like there's one where you can actually like fall below like the fall boundary and like drive around the ground way below you that you normally can't reach. And there's another pretty cool one too where you can like skip half the track and get lap counts. Unfortunately, no mushroom there.
Also, this song is very catchy.
Yeah, it's nice. It's a good song. Gives you that nice autumn feel. Ooh, missed that boost panel there. That's all right. Yeah, hopefully we got a few more chances to try to get like a mushroom or a star out of these things. Not guaranteed, but would be nice.
No. I'd say chances of getting a star in one of those bushes, I'd say is probably a 5% chance.
It's very low, especially since you can't even pull them out of the boxes, I don't think. So, Ooh, okay, that was close. All right. All right, this next trap coming up. Ooh, oops.
Ooh,
I don't want to quit.
Don't want to quit, man.
All right, this next track coming up is pretty famous for the original glitch on it, which if you don't already know, there's a lot of rocks on this track. And that one to our left, actually, if you can get on that rock and drive around, you can actually get lap counts that way. And it was found like as soon as the game came out, so I don't know how they missed it, but it's pretty cool nonetheless.
There's also another glitch on this map that if you hit a certain rock formation just right with a mushroom, you can actually respawn ahead of the course instead of originally where you fell off.
Yeah, we're going to be trying to go for this thing called a rock hop here, which I don't think I'm going to get, but I'm going to try to show it off anyway. It skips a decent portion of the track. Okay. Okay.
Oh, wow, you got it. Nice.
First try.
Just want to point out, I was not expecting to go for that, but I just felt like it last second. Okay, well, we got one more mushroom here, so we have one more chance to go for it. Yeah. So let's hope that works out for us.
Just for the record, I did not see this guy do it in practice.
Yeah, I didn't. I wasn't going to do it.
Always got to go for the swag strats.
Of course, man.
Oh.
I should get the respawn off of that, though. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, I got the respawn. That's the glitch I was talking about.
So there's a really easy version of that where, yeah, like he explained earlier, you just mushroom like next to that rock and you can respawn on the other side, and it still saves time actually over just driving the track normally. So it's a pretty good strat. Yeah, they left in a lot of like shortcuts and glitches in this track.
That's why I call this course Glitchy Volcano instead of Grumble Volcano.
That's a pretty fitting name. And yeah, that rock actually falls down, so if you're not quick enough, you pretty much have to do the respawn on lap 3, assuming I still had mushrooms. All right, we're coming up on the end of the track here, finishing up the Star Cup. There we go. All right, this next cup coming up is the Special Cup, and of course, since it's the last cup, it's got some pretty hard tracks. This one here, Dredger Ruins, has a couple different shortcuts you can do. First one being Sand Hop, where we're going to hop over some sand, pretty intuitive name. We can do it without a mushroom, and it's right here at the start, so hopefully I can get it all 3 laps. Nice.
There we go.
Nice, got it once.
Well, we got it anyway, so it doesn't matter. So we get. Now, the thing I did there, too, when I stopped, by the way, was called a standstill mini turbo. If you just hold drive and brake, which is A and R, at the same time, you'll charge a mini turbo that way. And,
oh. What J. Cool was trying to do there, he was going to go for a wall glitch, which would, instead of having him fling over to the right side, he would actually clip onto the left side of the wall and just keep going from there.
Yeah, similar to DK Summon with the zippers. That one you're not supposed to be able to stick to it, but if you just hit it at just a precise angle with enough, I guess, good speed and angle, you should stick to the wall. Ooh, we didn't get it there. Luckily, if we miss that cut, nothing bad really happens other than just getting caught in the sand a little bit. So it's not too bad.
Also, there's actually an ultra cut on this course where you could actually go out of bounds on the right side at the end of the course, and you can just zoom on for like halfway through the course, but it requires a golden mushroom to do it.
Yeah, it can be done with 3 mushrooms, but it's really, really hard and doesn't really save any time if you do the sand hop all 3 laps, or at least not very much, considering you have to go back for mushrooms at the start. Obviously, in a time trial, you would go for it. Ooh. I did say these tracks weren't easy. They're pretty hard.
Yeah.
There we go.
Nice.
Nice. Didn't go in the sand that time.
Did that better.
And yeah, the track does change every lap. These pillars start falling down, and the sand in this cave starts falling down as well. You'll see later on that we're just going to have to drive around. And unfortunately, no wall glitch today. That's
You got it on the second lap.
Oh, I did? Okay. Well,
Yeah.
one wall glitch today. And yeah, there's a lot of sand in here, so we got to drive around it now.
Off this ramp, he's trying to
Whoa.
land.
Oh,
Hey.
Jeez.
Where are you
now
going?
see, that's what I was talking about with those bats over there.
Gotta be careful, man. Those guys are not very friendly.
He wants to land on that wall to avoid that boost, because the boost
Hey.
sends him in the air and wastes a little bit of time.
All right, that was a little rough, but we got first place anyway, so it doesn't matter. Moving on, we got Moonview Highway. Every Mario Kart game's got to have a track with cars on it, so.
Required.
And of course, if we hit the cars, we'll either flip over or get flattened, and if we hit a bomb car, then, well, we'll flip way up into the air, so let's not do that.
They tend to be quite explosive, if you get my drift.
Yeah, definitely. And yeah, that little trick there, you just want to like hop into it and drift into the ground. And then on the second half of the track, we got a lot of boost panels, and we're going to try to like maneuver these and not hit any cars. We should
Yeah,
be
the
pretty
cars
good.
are also cycle-based, so...
Yeah,
they're-
I know where the positions of them are. As long as I don't mess up, I should be good to go. Ooh.
Yeah, but other than that, there's not really too much special about this track otherwise, so probably now would be a good time to read some more donations if you're so inclined.
Yeah, go for it.
I am so inclined.
Perfect.
I have a $10 donation from the Novak Family 91. It says, Mario Kart is our 7-year-old daughter's favorite game. So much that she's watching it with us and says, when I grow up, I want to be that fast at Mario Kart 2. I want to play at SGDQ.
Aww.
How adorable. She could be the youngest runner at a GDQ.
You're inspiring the next generation of Mario Kart runners.
That's right.
You know it.
You are so cool. A $10 donation from Eric9 that says, Wahoo! Great party game that looks real cool to speed run or speed race. As for races, save those animals. And just an update on that, save the animals, you're actually falling behind.
Ooh.
Kill the Animals is ahead by $2,296.74.
Let's go.
Boo.
Very
The animals did
polarizing.
nothing wrong.
Save those frames.
$2,000 is chump change anyway.
That's right, it's still anyone's race there.
All right, coming up here, we got Bowser's Castle. And this is a pretty cool Bowser's Castle. You got another giant Bowser statue that shoots giant lava balls at you. But luckily, how it's designed, you can dodge them pretty easily. So we should be good to go. This track also has a little glitch in it, which obviously I'm not going to do. But you see that spiral down there on the mini-map? You can actually skip that whole thing by, like, driving off a ramp and like going high enough that you phase through a wall and get on like the top part of that that circle there. So
Yeah, it's a really cool clip.
yeah, it's really neat. I would totally go for it, but I'm
you
not.
know.
There's no way I'm gonna get it. And yeah, here they designed for you to like go back and forth here and zigzag, but we're just gonna stay on the side instead. It's a little easier and faster.
There's also an alternative where you can actually trick off that first ramp, and then you can just drive through the mud right in the middle where Bowser shoots fireballs.
Yeah, that works as well. Then you got some geysers right here. We want to just try to trick off as many as we can. All right, 3 tricks is good. Yeah, this is another really fun one to time trial, I think. Speaking of like time trials and stuff, this game like has had a pretty big time trial and like online scene. And even though like the servers for Nintendo for the Wii and stuff shut down, you actually still can play online through a thing called Wiiify. Just thought I'd throw that out there if anyone didn't know. But yeah, you can still play the Wii games, not just this, but like Brawl and stuff too. You can still play them online. If you ever wanted to look into that, it's called Wiiify. Pretty easy to set up. There's still people playing every day. So
Shout outs to Troy WD98.
shout outs to TWD98. All right, yeah, there's nothing else here, so if you want to fit in a couple other donations, go for it.
Let's do it. I have a $50 donation from Graham S. I always feel like I don't give enough to GDQs after watching them for years, so I'm trying to make up for lost time, and on one of my favorite games, Mario Kart Wii was my childhood. It's good to see it being destroyed, and pretend like I was cool enough to know these tricks when I played. Another $50 donation from Kat Marie. My siblings and I played a lot of Mario Kart when we were younger, and even when not so young. Felt appropriate to donate while we all sit together watching these games done quick.
We're coming up on the very end. We only got one more track after this, so we're coming close to the finish. And of course, every Mario Kart game's got to end off with Rainbow Road, one of the most beautiful tracks in the game. It's a Rainbow Road.
Probably one of the better ones for me, in my opinion.
Yeah, it's a really good one. I like this one a lot. Fun fact, of course, we're using bikes because bikes are overpowered as heck in this game. But fun fact, the record on this track actually uses a kart because there is a shortcut you can do that involves having to do like a certain type of drift called an outward drift. And some bikes can do it, but the ones that can are really bad. So the record actually does use a kart.
And I believe that trick is called the moon jump.
Something like that. I don't really know.
And I know it requires jumping off a moon somewhere.
All right, that little cut I just did there is a little harder than it looks, but it does save a tiny bit of time. And, well, while I don't need to go for it, it looks cool, so we're going to go for it every lap. Yeah, these tracks are pretty fun. And, of course, if you don't like the tracks that much, this game also has a pretty big like custom track scene. This thing called CTGP, or Custom Track Grand Prix, it's like a huge combination of like 200 plus tracks. The guy, Mr. Bean, actually put that thing together, so shout outs to him. But this game also has a pretty big scene with that. Playing online as well, you can also play all those 200 plus tracks online, so definitely want to let people know, just because this game's still, as old as it is, it's almost 10 years old now, and there's still plenty of people playing it online actively, as well as people time trialing it, new records all the time. Ooh.
Oh.
Unfortunately, we didn't get that skip there, but that's okay because that only loses like a few seconds to miss anyway.
But yeah, the Mario Kart Wii community is still very huge, even after its dying days.
Yeah, it's still really fun. So, of course, if you like this game and if you've played it in the past and thought you couldn't play online anymore, you should totally give it a try. Come back. It's still fun. Yeah, other than that, it's not a whole lot left to say. We're just driving this track as good as we can, trying to finish things up here.
Time will be when J. Cool finishes the final lap.
We're going to go for that shroomless little corner cut again one more time. Hopefully we get it. If we don't, that's okay, but hopefully we do.
Got it.
Nice.
Nice.
Okay.
That was a little
Nice.
close, though.
All right.
2 out of 3 is not bad.
Yeah, it's a really hard trick. It's challenging, but luckily I like a challenge, so we got it.
How much time do you lose if you miss it?
Definitely. Well, yeah, I'd say like maybe 5 seconds.
You
so.
said 3.
3? I don't know, something like that. Totally worth it. Anyways, yeah, we're coming up on time. Right as soon as I cross, and time. All right.
Perfect score.
Yeah, we didn't win. We won every single race, so that's pretty good. Yeah, anyways, that is Mario Kart Wii. There's a lot more to this game than meets the eye, so if you're interested, definitely check it out. There's a lot of content on YouTube, people streaming it. Shout-outs to Sword of Seals. I want to give a shout-outs to him because if he hadn't been streaming it as much as he did, I don't know if I would have even submitted this game. So huge shout-outs to that guy, really cool guy. And other than that, yeah, shout-outs